Just a quick reminder, don't forget, this Sunday at 9 o'clock, I'll be doing a live stream with the Big Paulie, so get your comments in, get your questions in, and join the fun. Hope to see you there, and bye for now.
Hey everyone, Big Paulie here. Just a reminder, tonight, Sunday, 9 PM on Magpie Movies channel, I'll be going live. That's 9 o'clock Sunday tonight, Magpie Movies. The only stream that matters.
Make sure that you go watch the only stream to watch tonight. And that is Magpie Movies at 9 o'clock. Special guest is Big Paulie. Why wouldn't you want to watch it?
You are hiding something. Wait a minute, no.
Tonight, the only stream you should ever have to watch on a Sunday night belongs to Magpie Movies.
Can we just stick to the issue at hand? Oh, you almost had me.
Acknowledge me!
How you doing, Lee?
I'm good, mate.
Back for the Brownie Bunch?
Yeah, nice to be back and actually have some proper movie game for a change instead of all the other nonsense that's been going on.
A few weeks ago. Well, this is a normal stream. Well, it was going to be a normal stream. As you know, I want to thank everyone for watching our last video. You know, we didn't do it for views, but people listened. We got tons of comments, all positive, to be honest. I don't think we had any negative, did we?
No negative comments.
Apart from one. Did you want to explain?
Which one are we talking about?
The big one.
Oh, from our ex-friend, you mean?
Yeah, do you want to... This is the first part. The first 10 minutes of the stream is going to be about what happened from our last stream. They're going to bring our guests on. They're all aware of what we're doing, so it's not like we're not hiding it from them.
We was, last week's, or 2 weeks ago, we done a stream. It was an open mic. We said to everyone, if you want to join, you want to discuss anything. No one joined. None of the people we spoke about wanted to join. Since then, no one's commented on it, which is fair enough. They've all kept their mouths shut, which just proves to me that me and Rob were completely justified in what we said and proved that we was right and we was telling the truth. But Pete, Mr. Blu-ray Bullet, Pete Ahmad Mohammed Bruce Lee, whatever his name is, decided that he was going to talk about us continuously on his videos and say that it was all bullshit. We need to grow up. We need to grow up. That's the funniest thing ever coming from him. We're liars. And also, apparently, we've been trolling the group and creating profiles and trying to sabotage it. Loads of bollocks. He's just talking bollocks. And if it wasn't for him making that comment, making them stupid comments, this part wouldn't have been included in the show tonight. Yeah. We just would have got the guests on and carried on. But if he's going to continue to talk shit, then we'll just keep updating you each week so you know we're not talking shit. But
the thing is, we said nothing really about Pete at all. It was 2 seconds worth of stuff, and he's kind of the minion, the scapegoat. They've pushed him forward. He's the one that's mentioned something. We're trying to let it go, but mentioned it twice on his videos. And also, we need to grow up. And he does a thumbnail of us in prams.
Yeah,
throwing a dummy out. So, should we play the clip?
Yeah, play it. Everyone's.
The live stream last night was probably the funniest thing I've seen in quite a while, simply because of the amount of bullshit in it. But I really don't feel like saying any more than that because it feeds the animal. It's ridiculous. Up north are going to be doing another live stream, and they've even put in their title that apparently we wouldn't shut up about it. So they were going to leave it, but we're not now. What the fuck, Aaron? No one cares. Well, we don't anyway, because we're grown up.
But he doesn't care, but he continues to talk about us on his videos.
So I know all you guys are watching that are involved. You need to shut him up, or it's going to get a lot worse. We're doing the proof every stream, which we'll show in a minute. Obviously, from that, same with created. I'll bring this up. You have to pause it if you want to read it because it's very, very quick. It literally just says, we're threatening the group. So people have commented on a few of my videos saying, thank you for saying this, thank you for saying that. I sent subscriber mail and I've been blocked from these guys. They think Pete has been removing people, not real people from his community, thinking they're us.
He thinks
we've got nothing better to do. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. So we don't want to show this info. If it stops, it stops. Great. But so the first bit of we've got hundreds of things, and we don't want to keep showing it. But because of Pete's done this, our reaction is to show you the first bit of evidence regarding Lee and subscriber mail. So I think let's get that playing.
Yeah, play it.
Yes, it's Lee. It's Lee Eels. Ow. That's really nice. And it's 4K. The Matrix. That's fantastic. Oh, thank you so much, Lee. That is absolutely fantastic. I love The Matrix. Very emotional here. This is absolutely fantastic, mate. You didn't have to do this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lee. Thank you so much. It really means the world.
Don't mess about! Turn your old games and consoles into cash! That's sex!
Oh, by the way,
So
before you go there, evening, Pete. Nice to see you in the chat, mate. You missed your opportunity. It was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, that clip is just because he had a comment on one of his videos, Bowman. Nothing to do with us, not our comment. Someone in the community put up about him taking stuff to CEX. And he responded with, I don't take stuff to CEX. I keep all my subscriber mail, basically saying I'm a liar again. So that's the proof that he does take stuff to CEX. As you can see, that's a Matrix steelbook that I sent him that he got all emotional over. And he then basically told me if I want it, I'm to go to CEX and get it because that's where it is in Dover. So there you go.
So that's us. So we'll stop it there. If it continues, we'll continue. And obviously, I see Pete's in the comments. I haven't got an issue doing another open mic night. Even we do a chat offline if you want. It hasn't got to be live. We don't care. Just obviously talk to us. So I think that's all. You know, we've done the bit with Bodoc, so that's all done. So I think it's about time we get a guest in.
Let's get the guests on.
And the first guests are. Welcome, ladies. We've got Michelle and Lisa, the Retro Girls, UK. How we doing?
Hello. Thank you for having me. We're doing good, thank you.
Sorry for the wait there.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I think we'll bring everyone on at once, so we'll have a big old friendly chat. And our next guest is.
Hello.
How you doing, Sean? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. You?
Lee, your screen keeps flickering. Is that just me? You can see that?
My screen?
Yeah.
It looks all right on mine.
I can see your screen's fusing with the Retro Girls. I keep seeing them pop behind you and pop back down. I can see if I do this, if that changes.
Better?
Yes. Yeah. No, it's the same. I don't know what's going on.
It's you. The internet.
We have one more person to bring on. We haven't got his intro. I don't think he's got one. Let's bring on Lyndon. My good friend Lyndon. Here he is with the awesome hair. Let's move in there. Hold on. There we go. How we doing, everybody? Thanks for joining us.
Very good, thank you.
Good, mate.
Right, so this is obviously the first proper live stream we've done with guests for a long time. Obviously, we don't really talk about video games much, but we want to incorporate that into our stream because the Retro Girls are a big retro collector. Sean's got a PlayStation 5, but I don't think he plays it. Just as if for Blu-rays. Lyndon was all about the modern, and now he's gone right back now to the basics PS2. So the first question I'm going to ask everyone, we'll start from Lee. Is there a game that you've played in your past that you would like to be remade?
Yeah.
Put you on the spot.
Saboteur. Remember Saboteur? No one here. I bet no one here remembers it. On the old.
I'm going to say yes. No. On what?
No,
What was
I
it
don't
on?
remember that.
Remember it? It was on the ZX Spectrum. I remember.
Okay.
That is a very good game. Yeah, that's probably one. And another one, I probably remember Green Beret.
Okay.
Anyone? No. I feel old.
The games that would never sell now. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they wouldn't. No one even knows what they are. But a few people, you should know, Rob. Stop trying to act like you're young. You know what they are.
What? black and white days. Sean, in your gaming days, anything? It could be a current game that you want to see potentially rebooted.
On the PS1, I used to play Hogs of War.
Oh, I remember Hogs of War.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Rick Mel,
That was great. The voices were great. I remember the voices.
Rick Mel.
Rick Mel, yeah.
Cool. Was it kind of like Worms as a squad-based kind of team against team, wasn't it?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay, are we going to have a joint answer from the Retro Girls, or have you got individual titles you want to see potentially come back?
Well, mine is probably Siphon Filter.
Oh, I love Siphon
Okay.
Filter.
Especially on the
Gabe Logan.
Was there free on PS1, wasn't it?
Mine's Simpsons Hit and Run.
Okay. Yeah, they did an open world Sims, didn't they? But it didn't have the cars in it. It's like a GTA with Simpsons characters.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Cool.
Right.
Let's go on to Lyndon.
Well, I love Vice City. I've been playing that recently, and I was very excited for obviously the remaster, but it was terrible.
It was so fun.
So and nothing will top the original. There was one game that I used to play, and it was called Zone of the Enders.
So Kojima. Yeah, Kojima.
Yeah, they made two of them.
They made two of them. Yeah. And it blew my mind. And they did a few years back. They did a HD remaster.
That's right. Yeah.
That was like I never thought I'd ever see anybody like
on PS3, wasn't it?
That game again, and that was cool. So that was kind of like a dream come true, really. But yeah, I mean, apart from one that hasn't been remade, probably like maybe Destroy All Humans. That was a good one.
Okay, I think it's had a remaster that recently.
It's been remastered. Yeah.
In Basildon, last time I was in Essex in CX, they've got the collector's edition that comes. It's £250, but comes with a full size statue of the alien. Talks like Jack Nicholson, doesn't he? A big old alien. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Retro Girls, have you played Zone of Enders?
No, I've never played that. No, we got it, but we didn't play it.
Yeah, definitely. It's got. I'm not giving spoilers, but I'm sure I recall it to have a really demoralising ending. The first one. When you're fighting the robot,
and game, of course, it's got a demoralising.
Stuff happens. Yeah. For me,
Simpsons
it's going to be cool.
Simpsons Hit and Run. I saw that in CEX only the other day, and that's like £20 on PlayStation 2. Yeah. It's like a cult. It's like a cult classic. Yeah. Like fucking mad.
Well, they know their prices, don't they? Look, you can go in there and pick up Conker's Bad Fur Day on N64, and I'm sure it's like £95 now. And they remastered that on the original Xbox, and it's better. And I think that's probably about £50 now. So for me, I'm gonna say two, and they're quite modern games. And they're both. I'm gonna put it out so people know what they are. They're both Capcom games, and they're both survival horror games. There's two of them. So what two games could I be thinking of that have not been remastered?
Resident Evil, one of them.
What one?
First one.
No.
Remastered or remade? Completely
remade. No, I want to be remastered.
Code Veronica.
Yeah.
Yep. And the other one,
Dino Crisis.
Dino Crisis. You know, I really think they've missed the boat with this, because how many Jurassic Park films have there been? And we've had the park builders, and they've not done another Dino Crisis.
Yeah, that really needs to be redone. Dino Crisis was great. Needs to be redone.
What about anything up and coming that people are interested in? Obviously, you know, we've done Dead Space. You've got Resi 4 coming out. You've got Star Wars coming out. Hogwarts just come out. Any up and coming games looking forward to?
Didn't you finish?
We do a game bit first. What, sorry?
Didn't you finish Dead Space on easy though, Rob? I remember.
No.
I'm sure I've got.
I say you play. You start games on easy. You finish it. I think I finished it 4 times until you maxed out all your weapons. Then you slightly up the difficulty, like I do for the reses.
So it's like you're playing it on easy all the time. Then, is that what you mean?
Maybe. So, are we looking forward to any games? Let's go from Linda.
Resident Evil 4, obviously the remake.
Yep. Are we all into Resident Evil?
Yeah. I think we got most of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Resident
There's an interesting. Have you ever played Resident Evil on VR?
No, we are after VR though.
There is a story with. I'm not going to say who it is in this stream. Maybe the one that's smiling the most. Come over my house and it's just the what was the demo called? The demo of Resi 7 where you just strapped on the chair.
Kitchen demo, wasn't it?
Yeah, the kitchen demo. I have showed, when Lyndon's been on my stream before, I have showed this clip, and I don't think he minds if I play again.
No, you can play it, yeah.
Right, here we go.
Oh, dude, I don't even want to look around, man. I don't even want to look around. Oh! Oh my God! Oh my God! Dude, this is just... Oh, oh my God! Oh,
That did actually happen. That wasn't something that was set up.
Are you
I
sure?
didn't think he'd have that. I didn't think
Sure, he weren't just looking at you, Rob.
It might have been. I was dancing in front of him. But that shows you how immersive the first VR was. Because I remember when I played half of it in VR. When you go underneath the house and you got the water kind of here, and I held my breath as I was going through it, because literally it's so realistic. I think it's another level now.
Why did you play half of it in VR?
My glasses kept steaming up.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
it's probably wearing glasses. You wear VR and it's like anything. It just steams up. You can't see anything.
Because you ran out of underpants, didn't you? That's why you stopped playing it.
Right, so we do the first, say, 20 minutes about video games, or another 10 minutes, then we go into movies. So, Lyndon, your reaction to when you first see that, your first experience with proper VR, wasn't it?
Yeah. So that was the first time I had ever experienced VR. Yeah, it was. I didn't think it would be scary. The thing that was scary was that you can't look away. That's the thing. That and you see in that clip, my hands come up like to try and take it off because you can't.
Well, which you could have.
Yeah, I could have, but it was just yeah. I was so surprised at how shook I was. Properly, just yeah. It was very, very surprising, and I haven't done it since. That was the last time. I don't have like a newer console now. Like I used to game so much, but I sold like my Xbox One, and I've only got PlayStation 2 now. But in terms of like a game that I'm looking forward to, I think the last game that I was looking forward to was Super Hot. I don't know if you've played that.
I played that, yeah. That's good. That is.
Fucking fantastic. Like, I really loved that. Everything about it, like even the menu screens, like the aesthetic, the whole CRT screen thing. But I think I won't buy another console until the next Grand Theft Auto game. That'll probably be what makes me buy another console.
Which is soon. It's finished. It's finished, isn't it? It's done.
Is it? Is it finished?
There's rumours that 6 is finished. Yeah.
Right, because there was a big leak, wasn't there?
Because when I worked for Rockstar, I had to sign a secrecy agreement before 5 come out, and I couldn't tell anyone about it. And there was 3 games 2K was working on. Obviously, it was BioShock Infinite, it was GTA 5, and they were working on 6 at the same time as 5. So it's had longer than most.
Right. I liked Infinite. I liked all the BioShock games. I really rated them. That's another one that freaks me out. The first one. You come down in the submersible, and when you get to the bottom, crazy chick jumps on the top of the fucking thing and rocks it about. And I remember the first time I played that, I didn't want to walk forward like out of the thing because it scared me.
You know what it was? It was a sequel to System Shock. It was supposed to success of the System Shock, and I think there's a TV show coming out for BioShock.
Yeah.
Let's go to the retro girl. So, any experience with VR, or you're not at that point? You don't want to go into that too much to go into.
Well, I've never actually used VR, but the only reason I want a VR is because I want to play. I want to play Fruit Ninja on there. Oh God!
Okay.
Fruit Ninja, yes. I forgot about Fruit Ninja. You know.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get a Fruit Ninja movie. They're making a Tetris movie now. They could do a Fruit Ninja. There's some film somewhere.
You remember, Rob, that VR? It come with a demo disc, the VR headset.
Yeah.
I don't know if your mate.
in London, and other bits, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if your mate tried it. Did you only play Resi in VR? Is that what you tried? They had the shark one on there. It was like a shark demo.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking
Yeah, you go
about.
down there. It's a cage, like a shark cage, and they lower you down in the water, and you've got a shark that swims around. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I'm surprised she's still alive. I stuck the VR headset on my mum. She was sitting on the sofa playing it. And when the shark was going under the cage, she actually lifted her feet up and tucked them underneath herself on the sofa.
Oh,
absolutely petrified. It was, yeah. I didn't get the inheritance because she lived, but no, it's like just. But yeah, the VR's really good. VR's really good. Well worth looking into.
Rob, you're muted, by the way. We can't hear you.
Hello? Can't hear you, Rob. You're muted, Rob.
He's going to come. Retro Girls, you've got a lot of PlayStation 2 games.
My phone decided to kick me off because it was overheated.
What do you like? What do you find yourself playing the most out of that collection?
Probably Crash Nitro Kart. Yeah, it's the main one that I play.
I've never played that one before.
It's even better on the PS4 than the PS2, but you can't beat it on the PS2. Yeah.
You playing the remake? The remake one?
Yeah, on the PS4.
Yeah, it's really good. That is.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now. He's returned.
Unfortunately, you can hear me. What did I miss?
I've never heard of that one. Never heard of that. Was it Crash Nitro Kart?
Yeah, it's Crash Bandicoot Racing. Yeah, it's really good.
All right.
It's very hard though, isn't it? Is it the one where you got to do objectives? Because there's like a Mario Kart. I think it's Crash.
You can do it. There is other modes where you can do the objectives. Yeah, but it's basically like Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good.
Cool.
Causes a lot of fight.
Let's go through a few of these comments for you. So this is my life. Hi there.
Hi, Danny. Hi, Danny.
So Danny is more than welcome on a stream. Just to give you some background on us, obviously not, we didn't have a fault, like us, I say me, Lee, myself, and the Retro Girls. I don't know if we had a falling out, but we didn't talk to each other for a long time because of the other groups. But obviously, look at us now. Do you know what I mean? We've all got a common interest, not in what's going on. Just share the love. We've got all these great films and games out there. We're starting communities again, rather than get all that negative out, and we'll just have all positive people in.
Yeah.
So, Gig Cat with Dave. Evening, lads and ladies. I don't think you joined then.
Evening.
Right. Looking forward to we don't mind you guys coming back if obviously he wants to join as well. So we've got Going North. Evening, fellas. We've got some messages. Pete, if you're still watching, you say that obviously who you cut from the group.
Hang on. Let me address that. We never said you cut people from the group, Pete. So listen. You said that we was trolling the group and setting up fake profiles to troll the group, which we wasn't. So try turning your brain on.
Right. So we have Kel here. Hello, boys and girls.
Hello, Kel.
Hello.
Nice to have the Retro Girls on.
They've got fans,
I know.
That's the only reason
I remember when they first joined the community, and it was almost like an AJ thing. We had, I think it was a lot of videos at once, and you was on like 10 subscribers. I think you've surpassed me now. I've not done, or it's not hard to be honest, but yeah, you're really doing a good job in what you're doing. It's good.
Thank you.
So we'll look movies and TV. I think they almost done a 3-hour stream earlier.
Did they do their mega stream?
They get to
I'm not
3 hours.
Like Gavin all says Altered Beast. As an Altered Beast been remade a few times, but not very good. Have you got any PS2 ones, Retro Girls? I'm sure they did one.
Don't think we have. No. I've
Altered
never
Beast.
heard of that game, to be honest.
Altered Beast is good. You'd like that.
Yeah, I played it on the Mega Drive.
Mega Drive, yeah. And it did come out on PS2. It's the power up where you have the orbs. You eat the orbs and you get bigger and you turn into the creatures, don't you?
That'd be good if they completely remade it, like made it free, like third person or something.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Luke's got a good one here. Black Ops 1. It's the best Call of Duty game.
Yeah,
I dispute that.
Yeah,
best campaign, modern campaign.
I think World at War is the best because it introduced zombies. And that is my say on that.
You mean multiplayer or?
Just the fact. Well, it was good because it was like classic like World War guns and that. But that was the first Call of Duty that introduced zombies, even though zombies was a game type that existed in the Halo games before Call of Duty.
What you talk about the terrible flood, the worst creation in game history.
I love Call of Duty,
I love Halo, but then I can think of most of the levels being shit, especially the flood level, which are zombie-ish.
Yeah.
Creatures.
Yeah. Master Chief he's amazing. Well, one of my mates back in the day, he made a gamer tag, and he tried to call himself Master Chief like 996 or something, but he spelt it wrong, and he called himself Master Chef.
I've seen a few of them online. Master Chefs, yeah.
Classic.
Or we used to have people come. Linda, when we was in That's Entertainment, we had like people's nans come in for games for their parents, and someone asked for what was it? Nan Turismo.
Nan Turismo.
Nan Turismo. Can you imagine that? That'd be so slow, wouldn't it?
It's a game about curries, isn't it?
Another game that I'm going to say the retro games have played, Ape Escape.
Oh, I've never played that one. I've heard of it though.
I think it's the kid with the net catching monkeys.
Yeah.
That's another game to look out for. But it's probably ridiculously priced now.
Yeah, that's a classic. That is a classic.
A controversial game as well here. Resi 5. Better than 6.
Anything's better than 6.
I think the issue with 5, obviously, everyone played the racist card with 5, didn't they? I think when it came out. Although number 4 was set in Spain.
Yeah, there was a lot of controversy around 5, wasn't there, when it came out, I remember.
And that was when Chris Redfield, as you played through the game, he got bigger, didn't he?
Well, his arms got bigger. But every cutscene, he just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And then he was punching boulders by the end of the game. No.
He was punching boulders. And when you get to a boss at the end of 8, at the end of 8, he calls Chris a boulder punching fuck, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's like...
Fuck's sake.
All right, so while we're on Resi there, let's go Retro Girls first. Favorite Resi game? Have you got one?
Yeah, the first one. Always the first one for me.
What, PS1 or Cube remake?
No, on the PS1, because that used to scare the shit out of me when I was a kid. So I'll always remember that moment. So that will always be my favourite one.
Well, the head turning around on the floor. I remember picking up the director's cut of 1. They come with the demo.
The dogs through the window is the one that always makes everyone shit themselves.
But then it doesn't happen the second time through, does it? What, Lyndon, favourite Resi? The ones you've played?
Probably. I haven't played a lot of them, but so probably the first one. The first one really did freak me out. But I tell you what freaked me out before that, right? On when I played Doom on the SNES, the fucking when you have the little. Can I swear on here?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, sorry. When you've got the guy's face at the bottom and his eyes are like, and then you'd get hurt and then you'd get all bloodied up. I don't know. There's something about a head being at the bottom of the screen. It screwed with me, man. Like, I didn't like that. There's something about it. It was just scary. Okay. But probably the first one.
And the same question to Sean. Have you played the Resi series or?
I played the first one. That was on the PS1, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the only one. That's the only one I can say. Really, that's the only one I've played. Not really been into it.
I don't think I finished it. Not because you could have an easy option, but I bought it. I think I was maybe 16 or 17 when it came out. I finished it years after buying it. And the director's cut of 1 come with the demo of number 2, and it had bits that were cut out of the second game, and people were buying that one just for 2, just for the demo. There's another one, another great answer. Knights of the Republic.
Very good shout.
Yep.
Never played it.
Yeah, but that's great. These obviously make a note because these are good games, and I think that game would make a really good movie as well.
Yeah.
It's definitely got a few books. Splinter Cell. I think that was pretty much a successor kind of Force Siphon Filter, wasn't it? Was that more of a shoot 'em up Siphon Filter, wasn't it? Where that's more stealth.
Siphon Filter was more action than Splinter Cell, yeah.
Okay. And has everyone played Splinter Cell or any of them? Anybody?
Yeah.
No.
Splinter Cell.
Yeah, some of the. I think I may have played I'm not sure which one it was. I only played one of them, but I was more into. I got my stealth fix from Hitman.
Hitman's great.
Yeah, I like Hitman.
Cool.
Everybody knows that Splinter Cell is like the OG. Like, it's yeah. But I only played one of them. Yeah.
What about Mike Tyson's Punch Out?
Yeah, I guess they could put a new mode in where you could bite people, couldn't they? Right.
This is. I don't know your ages, Retro Girls. I imagine you're quite young.
That's
just what I'm not. Do you ever? Have you got any arcades? You've been to an arcade? There's a lot of younger people that have never been to an arcade. Is there any that are around near you that you've played some of the games that you own now, or?
I think it's the old Simpsons arcade game I used to play at the arcade.
We've got
where you fight with Burns.
We've got quite a few arcades around us. We got about probably 6 or 7 of them.
Cool. The Simpsons arcade, they used to have one at Butlins, and I remember this is quite recent, because I say 10 years. Put £1 in, it gave like 100 credits, and I was there for about 6 hours because you could just finish it in like 2 credits. I think I fought Burns about 10 times. See, that's annoying, that game, because they did port that to Xbox Live years ago, but it's one of the games that they took off. And if you haven't got an older can, like PT, the Silent Hill one, you can never get it again. So you're buying the IP, you're not buying the actual physical. Right, so we've got a question here from Luke for the Retro Girls. Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Right, what do you think of Flash Season 9 so far?
I haven't watched it, but these guys.
It's okay. I've only watched the first episode up to now. The second episode came out Friday, I think, but I haven't watched it yet. But it's okay. It's not the best. It's a bit of a slow burner at the moment.
It's last season as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still on season 6.
I think
because a lot of seasons don't go past 10, do they? Because I think Smallville was 10 seasons.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of the rarities is Supernatural, isn't it? I think that's about 15 seasons, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of that, yeah.
Does it have doubt, like with the Flash? Is there points where I think I've seen up to a season when King Shark was in it, which might have been 5, and then lost interest?
Yeah, definitely one of the earlier seasons.
So, is it a good series overall for like 9? Is there ups and downs like Walking Dead? Would you? Someone's never seen the Flash show. Would you recommend it?
Yeah, I definitely recommend it. I mean, out of the whole Arrowverse, Flash is definitely the best one. That's probably why that's the only one that's still going. I know you got Lois and Superman, but Flash has been going the longest.
Okay. It's when you're trying to watch it in chronologically order. I'm saying the order. You say you got to watch episode of this, then an episode of this, then Defenders, then this, because it all links in. It's like crazy. Right, let's have comments. So some of the comments, obviously, I see about the current situation, like the vouchers and stuff, we're not going to bring up because obviously Right. Got Kaz in the house.
Hi, Kaz.
I think she might be in the. I don't know. She's in the stockroom somewhere at work hiding.
Yeah,
She's hiding in the toilet. Hiding in the toilet at work like she normally does.
Yeah.
Right, we've got Mark Turner. Another one for the retro girls, because Lee wants this game, and I've kind of avoided it at the moment because I'm not a biggest fan. What do we think of the Harry Potter game?
I was watching some of the retro girls live stream earlier on. Looks good, doesn't it?
It is good, but I think they could have made it like an online game. It would have made it so much better. Where you could play against other people.
So there's no online.
No online on there, and they've took Quidditch out of the game as well. So you're not even doing that.
Yeah, I heard they took Quidditch out. Yeah, there's no Quidditch in it, is there?
I think I'm like 14 hours through, and I'm only at like 8%.
Yeah, it's a big game.
Would they do a DLC, or they might do a DLC pack?
They might patch it later on and put like some type of multiplayer in. I guess they could do. I guess later on.
I'm surprised they didn't do a massive epic special edition. Did they do any big ones with like?
Oh, they did.
Ones
you can get a steelbook edition of it. Seen online.
So okay, we'll go back to we'll keep on gaming, I think, because obviously we're all kind of got knowledge of gaming. Is there a collector's edition you're proud of? Did you guys buy collector's editions? Go from Lee first. Anything that
I don't really buy collector's editions of games. I used to when I had the earlier consoles, PS1, PS2. I used to even buy the special editions. I had the God of War console and the Marvel one. And all that. I used to buy all of them, but not really now. Mostly films now, collector's editions. But I do like the odd steelbook of games. The Horizon steelbook's really nice for Forbidden West. That's a really nice edition. But some of the really nice ones you can get, you just can't get over here. You have to get them imported. There was one for Dead Space that actually come with the helmet. So,
wearable one.
Yeah. Actual
not wear it, but
I would cover my face. But that would have worked out about 500 quid to get it imported. So it's like, you know.
I know Lyndon's are partial to a bit of Mortal Kombat. You had your collector's ultimate, didn't you? Do you remember the old PS1 games that are in the cardboard boxes, the terrible ones? I think you had a Mortal Kombat limited of that, didn't you? Number 3 was it?
I do. I have. It's Mortal Kombat 3, and it's in the gold. It's the gold edition.
Yeah,
so
it's
a
the rare one.
Card box, and I believe it's the only port of MK3 to the PS1.
Okay.
I suppose. I suppose that's like a collector's thing. I would say the thing that I'm most glad about having is I have an Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 SNES.
All the characters in it. Yeah.
Complete in box, and that is just like I fucking love that. Like I don't think I will ever sell it just because I had it when I was little, and now that I've got it again, I just it's just.
And to get SNES boxes still in the boxes in good nicks, like it's hard now. It's getting harder and harder.
Yeah, absolutely love it.
So I did see Michelle and Lisa looking at their shelves. So is there any collector's editions that you got or you're proud of? Any that you love?
Yeah, we got quite a few. At the top in the corner, I can see Ori and the Will of the Wisp, I think it's called. On the Xbox One, it comes in like a big box, and there's like a book inside. And I can't see that one. On the PS4, I think it's Lara Croft. That comes in a big box as well with a figure.
They're probably our favourite too, ain't they?
Yeah, and then on that side, we probably got about 20 to 30 steelbooks of the video games. I think we got a PS2 one as well. I think it's King Kong. That used to be worth some money back in the day, but I don't know if it's worth anything now.
Cool. And Sean, I know you're not obviously any collectors you've had in the past. But have you froze there, Sean? Just the face.
Is Sean alive? Can someone do a welfare check on Sean?
He's either frozen or he is a very good mime.
Yeah.
I think he's deep in thought.
It's thinking of the next answer. Right, so we've got Zach in the house. He'll probably disappear in a bit and come back. We've got Big Z.
Right,
How you doing, my friend? We've got Mark Turner here. Ghouls and Ghosts Mega Drive.
Oh, yeah.
Have we played that? The hardest game ever?
Oh, please don't.
It has. It did get remade on PS2, and it was called Maximo.
Maximo's brilliant.
Maximo Army is in. It's where you start off as a knight in his underpants, and you pick up items of you pick up your gear, your armor, and every time you get hit, you lose a bit of armor. When it's all gone, you die. So the Maximo is a really good series to get hold of as well. I would
thing
recommend.
about Ghosts and Goblins and that was do you remember that you obviously played this, Rob? The weapon. The best weapon was the dagger. You could throw the dagger. And the worst thing that used to happen in that game was when you used to pick up the torch by accident.
Yeah.
And then you were stuck
It's
with it
just
for a whole level.
respawning enemies, isn't it? So you've got kind of a chest. You whack a chest, and you might land on a weapon you didn't want. And there's nothing you can do.
Yep. Oh, that was such a hard game. Great game, though.
Yeah, cool. All right, has anybody seen? I know the retro girls have seen this. Ant-Man and the Wasp. What are our thoughts? Is it a no?
Was it Quantum Mania? Yo.
No. It was just too weird to watch. It was like watching Star Wars Episode 1 to 3 in one movie. It was just didn't feel like a Marvel movie at all.
I don't think there's been a good Marvel film since Infinity War. Personally,
no, they've gone proper downhill, haven't they?
Yeah,
they really have.
They seem very very kind of like manufactured nowadays. Like they're just churning them out. I mean, I loved Marvel back in the day, but I was really, when I think back, I was a very big Spider-Man fan. I liked a bit of X-Men as well.
Okay.
But yeah, they're just churning them out, and it just feels, I don't know, it just doesn't feel.
Yeah.
It's great.
They're all the same now, aren't they? They're just the ones that they just blend into each other. They're not different anymore. I think
they've taken a U-turn, haven't they? Now that there's only 2 shows this year now. I think
they've delayed a lot of them now. Been delayed, haven't they?
Yeah. Right. And what's frustrating, and we've mentioned before, if you're a collector, you can get the Phase box set. She's done 1 to 3. If you wanted any of most of Phase 4 of the TV shows, the only way to get them is if you get pirate copies. So you can't. There won't be a box set of Phase 4 or Phase 5 because you won't have Loki in it. You won't have WandaVision.
Well, even I don't know if you want me to mention this. I know the retro girls are saying it, but the end credit scene for Ant-Man and the Quantum Mania. Shall I mention it or not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, well, I won't
10 seconds.
But it literally links into the TV shows.
Yes, it's before Loki, isn't it?
Yeah, so even that, I mean, it's basically pushing you to watch the TV shows. So, yeah.
But that's not that uncommon, because you remember when the Matrix come out, there was a game, not Path of Neo, Enter the Matrix.
Enter the Matrix, yeah.
Which gave you new footage about, I can't remember the character's name there, which you won't get that if you haven't played the game. So it kind of built a universe around that.
Yeah, I remember that. Can we not talk about the Matrix? I'm having flashbacks about seeing it.
Everybody knows that the 4th Matrix.
Oh, you go.
Oh no! In the stream, Rob. In the stream. And
everybody knows that the best Star Wars that was ever made was The Last Jedi.
What is going on? Hold on a minute. There we go.
That's better. That's much better. Is he all right?
Because he's obsessed with caretakers. But you do like the Matrix 4, didn't you?
I loved it.
Oh.
I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was, and I've said this before. It's a tragedy story about. It's a tragedy story about how the machines, they didn't keep their promise. They kept them in. They rebuilt Trinity. I don't know how they did that, and then they turned them into batteries again. you know. And then it's a story of them changing, and they're no longer batteries anymore. They break out, right? You got.
Did they fucking pay you to say that?
New Morpheus, yes, right. And
Right, go on.
he's been recoded. And I thought that was so cool, like, because what he's done is he's recoded. He's made a new Morpheus.
See you later.
In the modal, and 10 out of 10. I don't need to say anything more. 10 out of 10.
Okay. So let's go to Lisa and Michelle. Thoughts on the fourth Matrix film?
They shouldn't have even made it.
And what's the stupid thing? What's the thing with the cats? And there's some cat tricks. Is it cat tricks or something at the end?
The cat tricks.
Is there?
Come on. Don't you have the cat tricks post-credit scene?
Post-credit scene. He didn't get to the post-credit scene. He turned it off. He didn't like it.
The cat tricks. I would want to watch that. I'd rate
No,
that.
you wouldn't. So Sean, thoughts on the Matrix? And your wobbly DVD shelf bothers me.
Yeah, it looks like it's about to
I can't understand if you're sitting up straight or you're in like an earthquake.
So it's built like that. It's okay.
So thoughts on the Matrix film?
No, I wasn't a fan of it. It was it's crap. It's one of the worst films I've seen last year.
I think I think people got the right to their own opinion. Obviously, that opinion's wrong, but it come out streaming the same day, didn't it? So
yeah,
if you weren't fussed, same as the Halloween films. I hate most of the new Halloween films, but I could watch them in my house and not pay for them potentially.
Yeah, I mean, but you've got Neil Patrick Harris in a Matrix film, right? And he even has long hair, just like John Wick.
Yeah, but you had Liam Neeson in a Men in Black film. That didn't help it, did it?
Yeah,
but yeah,
10 out of 10.
Maybe I'll give it another view. Maybe.
No.
Got Aiden James here.
No.
Hey there, guys, and hello, the Retro Girls. So we have Kaz again. I'm actually on an early break for once.
That means she's hiding in the toilet.
Yeah. Right, I think it's a book here. What's going on here?
Jesus.
Did you know there was only 13 episodes in Flash season 9? Thought there would be 20 episodes. What? Yeah. Lois 14 for Mars. They might do a feature-length ending, maybe, or a potential crossover.
Yeah.
They'll just put them into other shows, won't they? They'll just add them into other shows.
I've never heard of this game. Is it real?
What?
It's a real game.
I think I've heard of it.
What
Yeah.
is this?
I think it's from Atari.
Yeah.
Is it like Batman, but someone going shopping?
Bagman.
Apparently, it's supposed to be an addictive game where you want to kill yourself.
I think that's what Sean's playing at the moment, by the looks of it.
Yeah. At least he's moving.
Overeating. Switch to the laptop.
He means pants in a minute. So there's a collector's edition of a Jedi Survivor in the US that comes with, I've seen Cole Kesser's lightsaber, £300.
Yeah.
So have you pre-ordered that, Lee?
No.
See, if they'd done a collector's edition of Star Wars with a Jar Jar Binks, I'd buy it. If they'd done a Star Wars collector's edition of The Last Jedi with the Caretaker, I'd buy it.
Rob, is he actually trolling us?
Does everyone know what the Caretakers are in Star Wars?
I'm getting trolled.
Retro Girls, do you remember the Caretakers?
I'll be 1 minute.
Right, these Caretakers are these stupid creatures on Luke's planet that just sweep up nothing in The Last Jedi. His favourite characters. They didn't even make it.
I love it. Absolutely love them. They're fish people in nun outfits. I mean, it doesn't get much more kookier than that,
But they make everything in Star Wars a figure. They've never made Caretakers, have they? They've made that Boba Frick that I hated, that I think's in Mandalorian there.
Bobby Frick was cool. I tell you what, that scene with C-3PO where his eyes light up red and he's all like that was traumatic. That was. I didn't like.
See,
that.
Rise of Skywalker, I cried in that film, and I don't know why. I was really emotional in that film. It's not the greatest of films now, but it really got me at a level which I didn't think it would. I don't know.
There was something.
Shit.
I mean, when I thought that when the ship blew up and they made it look like Chewbacca was on it, I was like, no, you did not just do that. And then they backtracked, and I was like,
2 seconds later, hello.
What's going on? What are they doing? You know, yeah.
So we got Martin here. Another gaming question. Duke Nukem. Did everyone have a look at Duke Nukem Forever? Has anyone attended to play that?
Yeah, that was the sequel, the long anticipated sequel, wasn't it?
10 years to come out. To be honest, I don't think it's that bad. I know Lee's going to disagree with me. I actually quite like Duke Nukem Forever. But,
Duke Nukem Forever?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Sean Rodriguez, have you played Duke Nukem Forever?
No, I think I've played the first one. I haven't played Forever.
I think it was Nukem and Serious Sam at the same kind of time.
Serious Sam, yeah.
Okay. Right, so there's loads of questions for now. I think the Retro Girls were telling me earlier they made a few pickups earlier. Did you want to show off your pickups?
Yeah, we got 3 PS5 games from CX earlier. We got Vanguard.
It's a really good campaign, that.
Yeah. We got 2 PS5, so we normally buy 2 copies so we can play online. But I ain't got PlayStation Plus at the moment, so I've only bought 1 copy for now. And it's only £15. And then Michelle got Biomutant.
Okay. Not heard of that.
I've heard of that.
And then we finally got Miles Morales.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's the DLC, extended DLC, isn't it? It's what I say about game collecting. Back in the day, when you would buy a game, we only had 1 game, so you'd finish it 10 times before you got another one. With a big collection, how this is to the Retro Girls, how do you choose what one you're going to play next? Did you play one for 10 minutes and move on, or have you played most of yours? You know, how do you decide what you play?
Well, because we've got such a big collection when it comes to games, by the time we pick a movie, we end up going to bed because we're too tired, so we ain't got time to play the game.
I stick on a game for like 10 minutes and go to another game if it's not good.
Oh, Lee's gone. And obviously, you guys are mainly film viewers now, but I can't even talk today. So Lynn, the games that back in the day you would play for hours before moving on, did that change at all? Like when you started getting a lot more games, was your maybe attention span a lot less?
I mean, like back like when I had like a PlayStation 2, I would be on one game at least until I would get stuck on something, dash my controller, and then I would want to switch to something else because I'd try to do something over and over. And then when it came to like 360, when I had an Xbox 360, I was playing all sorts because that was when online came up. Do you know what I mean? So it was like we'd be on Halo 3 for like a couple of hours, or then we'd shoot over to Left 4 Dead, or we'd go Crackdown, or we'd go just tons. Yeah, with 360 it was tons of games, but PlayStation 2, I would say the most time I spent was probably on the GTA games, I would say.
Cool. Use only the cheats, cheat free, or
no? I use cheats, bro. Those missions are ridiculously hard.
Oh, the helicopter ones are fucking annoying, aren't they?
Yeah, so hard. There was one on Vice City where you've got a flying RC helicopter.
Oh, no, I remember that. Yeah.
Do you remember that? Right?
Yeah.
Honestly, I must have dashed my
Yeah.
controller
Yeah.
so many times. And then there was another one where you had to oh god, on San Andreas, the one after that, there was a dancing mission where you have to go to the beach to steal a van that has a sound system in it, and you've got to literally use the analog sticks, and I just could not do it. I could not do it. But on my playthrough that I'm doing at the moment, first try.
First time.
That's what it's like.
And then it crashed.
Yeah. That was the worst as well.
That one with the RC, the little RC helicopter you talked about, where you controlled it. And it was when you had to fly around a building site, wasn't it? I remember that.
That's it.
Yeah, I had a nervous breakdown doing that.
That's as far as I got.
So hard. So hard.
It's ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
I think you were on a time. You were on a timer as well.
Yeah.
Just so hard. Yeah.
So Lee, you've got quite a lot of games. Will you complete a game before moving on? I know you kind of gave up on Callisto Protocol. I know you went back to it, but do you play a game through completion before you move on? You've got quite a lot, haven't you?
I like to, but some games I just have to leave and come back to. Like God of War, Ragnarok. I've stepped away from that for a few weeks because I like to. Unlike you, Rob, I don't play them on easy, so I like to try and get all the achievements if I can, and do all the. I like to do all the side quests. I like to do the whole game if I can. And Ragnarok.
He says this. I'm actually playing on easy because of Lee, because he'll call me up saying I'm stuck on this bit. I know you're like 7 hours in front of me.
That's what
How do I do it?
Yeah.
And then I've got my phone against my TV holding controller. It does happen a couple of times.
Yeah. Remember, I've still got the gameplay saved, Rob, of Call of Duty. So
I'll beat you. I remember. But Sean, after when you're in your gaming days, did you put a lot of time into one title, or did you move through others?
I'd move through if I've got stock on something, and I'll go on to another game. But I mainly played like the old simulation games like Sim City and stuff like that.
Do you play Train Simulator?
I have played it. I never owned it, but I have played it before.
What is the point of that game?
Tell me. I just like
other than stopping. Is it just a case of stopping and picking people up? And
I like the routine in certain games, and doing things over and over again.
You like doing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
there was a game that I used to play, and it was called I think it was called like Hospital Simulator.
Hospital. That's brilliant. That is brilliant.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember it, but it was quite fun.
It was funny. It was done like tongue in cheek.
Is that where you pull all the bits out?
No, that's Operation, the ball game, Rob.
No, isn't that bit where you got to stop people from dying and stuff? You cross that with Fruit Ninja, and Michelle will be all over that. with the VR.
Sonic, wow, yeah, classic.
Yeah, that was my favourite game, Sonic.
I loved that game until they released the Xbox One, Sonic 06. Anyone played that?
No.
No.
It's well known being, I think, one of the worst Sonic games, where I think the hedgehog was like married to this woman. It's weird. It's a bit of bestiality going on that. They're going off. It says Pitfall. Pitfall's had a few.
That has been remakes.
Yes. Bruce Campbell did one.
Yeah.
Well, we have Road Rash here as well.
Oh, Road Rash was brilliant.
I remember Road Rash. Yeah. Remember Chase HQ, Rob?
Yes.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah. Right, here we go. Yes, no, being Ghost and Into the Matrix. So, Retro Girls, I'm sure you've got the Matrix, haven't you? Into the Matrix.
Yeah.
Or Parthenaia. Have you played them? Or
I've played both of them, yeah.
No, I've only played Into the Matrix.
Was it Into the Matrix that had this extra ending, extra?
I think it was, yeah, because it was
the Smith fight.
Yeah, there was two, weren't there? Yeah.
The big Smith.
Yeah.
So you might know that, Linda. In one of the games, it had a deleted scene which was supposed to be in one of the films where you fight a giant Smith with all the Smiths in.
And the Smiths in the game still look better than the ones in the playground fight in the second film.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They all looked like
That looked bad back then, didn't it?
they looked like they was made of rubber, didn't they? All of them.
They did actually. Yeah.
Awful, wasn't it?
So where do we stand? Go on, sorry.
No, I just remembered I did play that game with Niobe and Ghost, and I got to a part where there's a boss fight where you've got to fight a helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you're in a room and the helicopter's like shooting missiles at you, and I couldn't get past that. But apart from that, I thought it was really cool.
I think the final boss is a cat.
It is.
Yeah. So where do we stand with video game movies?
Mm.
I'm a big fan of Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and Super Mario Brothers. I like the cheesiness of them films.
Most of this is the problem. A lot of them are very tongue-in-cheek or not taken seriously, which it does annoy me a bit. I mean, like the Resident Evil films, they're sort of famous for the wrong reasons, aren't they? So everyone loves them because they're so sort of over the top and cheesy. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'd like them to take them a little bit more serious. Some of the games sometimes in the films.
Okay. Retro Girls, on your video games movies, are you a fan?
Yeah, I'm a massive fan, especially the Doom movies. I ain't watched the new one yet though, and we're laughing.
What have you seen Doom? Did you say?
Yeah.
You've not seen Doom Annihilation yet, no?
No, I ain't seen that one yet. I have got it though, but I ain't watched it yet.
It's got bits in it that are like the games, like they use the key cards in it, like the blue key card, the red key, but it shits. But if UA Bowl was notorious, I think he made Postal, Far Cry, House of the Dead, Dungeons and Dragons. But I think you can have fun with all them. So, Lyndon, you like Mortal Kombat, didn't you?
Yeah. I mean, you know what? The Retro Girls, they mentioned the PlayStation 2 King Kong.
Well, the Peter Jackson one, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
Now that was hard. That was so hard. I remember running out of everything. I had no bullets. I had no spears left.
Well, the creatures and the insects, yeah.
And it was just insects everywhere. And I was just fucked. And I was just like, what do I do? Like, so, I mean, that was very, very hard. There was Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, Episode 3. There was a PlayStation 2 game for that, and it had an alternative ending where you could beat Obi-Wan. It wasn't anything like crazy. He ends up, you get to the bank scene with the high ground thing, and he ends up chopping Obi-Wan. He just turns around and he's like, no, the galaxy's mine.
That's actually what he says.
Galaxy's mine, brother. That's it. That's the.
That's what something like that. So yeah, there was an alternative ending. I played all the Spider-Man games as well. But
that's when they were good. That's when you go and see Lord of the Rings, and you can go to your local game and pick up the game of Lord of the Rings. That's really good, but you don't get that now, do you? There's not movie tie-ins that are good.
No, unfortunately not.
Really. I mean, it's kind of hard if you think about it, because you've got a film, and they've got to kind of stay quite like rigid with that. So I suppose the parameters is quite hard to deviate from that.
I think it works better that way than the other way, because like we're saying about Resident Evil, when you, like we said before, when you play a survival horror game, you're going around that corner, you're poking around edges, you're playing that, so you got fear. When you're watching a movie, it's just that, so it don't work. Look at the Welcome to Raccoon City film. I hated that film, but that's the closest we've ever got to a Resident Evil game. It is the game of 1 and 2. It looks the same. They're fucked on Leon up a bit, but it's the scene in the mansion. Is the scene for the mansion, but you're not playing it. So it's. I don't think so. Apart from Silent Hill 1 and 2, I enjoy them. They're good, but Sonic's very good. You know, Detective Pikachu. Surprised not had a sequel yet, because I think that done really well.
Yeah,
I think, and Mario Brothers looks amazing. I think that's going to be good.
I liked. I liked the Netflix Resident Evil series. I liked Black Wesker. I did. I thought he was cool. He was so cool.
Sean, we'll go back to that Resi TV show in a sec. Sean, what's your thoughts on video game movies?
Like you say,
hold on a sec. Yeah, go on.
You say if they're more animated,
Leave him off, please.
I think they're really good. But for me, if I've never played the game before and watched the movie, I quite like the movie. Like Assassin's Creed.
Do you like the film of that though? Because do you like the film Assassin's Creed?
I didn't mind the film, but I've never played the game, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, so yeah,
okay.
I wouldn't know any different.
Yeah.
So stuff.
I think this is what happens. I'll say with Last of Us as well, because Last of Us is split right down the middle. I really hate the show, but I love the game. And people, I know Lee's not a big fan of it. Retro girls, have you've seen Last of Us yet?
Not yet.
No, not yet. I haven't played the game either.
What?
The game's good. You know that you're missing.
I'm actually shocked you've not played that game. That's a great game.
But don't you wish you discovered? Like, there's games that I wish I discovered now
you could
for the first time.
Yeah.
And Last of Us is one that's very good. Linda, did you play Last of Us?
No, but I do like to play Candy Crush in my spare time.
Okay, so we've got Candy Crush. Right.
An intervention.
Well, let's get back to as everyone. We do a hands up now. Has everyone seen the Resident Evil TV show? The new one.
Unfortunately, yes, I have.
Yes, I have.
Right.
No.
So the Resi 3, when they remade that game, they cut loads of footage out. They cut like a clock tower bit and a giant worm. That big worm in the show I quite liked. The rest of the show is shit. But it's New Raccoon City. I guess it's for a new audience, but Retro Girls and Sean, check it out. I think it's on Netflix.
Yeah,
I think so.
And I don't think they're doing a season 2, but
no, they're not doing a season 2.
Oh, that's good.
It got what do they call it? Shit canned. Is that what they call it? The technical term for it.
But doing a Black Wesker, it's just Blade.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bit like that, yeah.
Well, he even looks like Blade. Apart in one of the episodes where he walks in a leather trench coat. I'm like, it's Blade.
Yeah.
But do you remember when I think Resident Evil? I can't remember what film it was. The one with Wesker's fighting Chris in the film, and there's that same scene as Resi 5 where he's dodging. I bought some friends. You need more, and through the glasses.
Yeah,
that scene was identical to the game, and I was like, I love bits like that. I always said if they ever brought Alice into a Resi game, I would stop playing it because it should be separate. Do you know what I mean? Because I like having characters in it, and doing a different story. Story's great, but I think it lost its trail a bit. I don't know. The animated stuff's good, but the later stuff was quite boring. Has anyone seen the Resi animated stuff? Or
yeah, it's up and down. The animated stuff. It's not great, most of it, unfortunately. There is a new one coming out as well, wasn't there?
So we've got Adrian here. I'm not seeing any of the Marvel Phase 4 films. Last one I saw was Avengers Endgame.
But leave it at that.
That's probably the best.
I don't feel good. Don't feel good, Mr. Stark. I feel like I'm gonna.
Oh, he's gone. He's been snapped. He's been snapped.
So I've read this about Zack Snyder is having a meeting with Netflix and Warner Brothers. I don't know if it was about the Snyderverse or these shitty zombie films he made. I don't know if they're doing a kind of continuing that or doing the Snyderverse.
I thought you loved these zombie films, Rob.
I don't like his ones. It's boring. It's fucking long. So where do we stand with the whole debate, Marvel, DC? Do we prefer the humour of Marvel or the kind of serious dark of DC? Let's start with Lee. What do you prefer?
DC. DC are not great either at the moment, but I much prefer Marvel. Everything's. Well, the Retro Girls have seen it. The Quantum Mania, like they can't have a serious scene. Even if they've got a serious scene and there's higher stakes in it, they've got to throw a joke in. They just can't let anything, rest and can't. They've got to have jokes all the time. And Marvel have been doing that too much. It don't work for me. DC, I like the darker side of DC. I prefer that at the moment to Marvel, even though it's not great, is it? To be honest, at the moment, but yeah, okay. DC for me, I think.
Okay. Retro Girls.
DC.
Yeah, it'll always be DC for me because, like Lee said, it's more darker and Marvel's become more kid-like now ever since Disney took over. But I've always been a massive Batman fan because I've got a Batman tattoo at the back of my neck.
What, the logo?
Yeah.
Cool. Lyndon? DC or Marvel? Is there, or whereabouts are you up to? Like,
in terms of the films?
Oh, it could be in general. Like you could say, like Peacemaker as well. You know, DC. What direction they're both going?
I don't know. Like, I was always a big Spider-Man fan, but I agree with Retro Girls. The Retro Girls are saying that, and Lee saying it's like there's always a little joke. It's very kid-like. It's never very like serious and.
Everyone's looking at their screen like it's there.
Cujo.
It's all very kid-like. They're churning out the films, and you know, when you pair that up against the line, "Where's Rachel?" You know, from Batman, Dark Knight, like that is just it doesn't compete. You know, like where is she? Where's Rachel? She's strapped to a fucking oil barrel, bruv. Like she's gonna go up. Like it doesn't match up. So I'll probably say DC.
Okay. And over to the media collector himself, DC, Marvel.
I'm more DC over Marvel, but although the first few Marvel films were pretty good, up to the first Avengers.
Yeah,
I thought they were good, but then be interesting to see what James Gunn does with the new DC stuff. Now they've got actually someone in charge running the whole thing.
It's kind of 50-50. I love Peacemaker. You know, I think what they've done with Peacemaker is very good. But then, are they going to go down that route where it's going to? I think he's doing Waller before he does Peacemaker 2. So, are we going to have more the stuff that he couldn't do with Marvel, like the darker stuff? He's going to take over to.
Marvel was dark, wasn't it, when it started? You had Blade, you had the Punisher, stuff like that. It was all very. I mean, to me, the best Marvel, even though it's not Disney Marvel, but the best Marvel film there's been. Last good Marvel film was Logan.
Yeah,
I think that was it for me. They've not done anything worthwhile after that.
Yeah,
because there's too much, maybe too many characters are trying to cram in. There's too much, and I can't. Phase 4, you can. Eternals was not great. What else do we have? Shang-Chi was pretty lame. Doctor Strange. You know, there's nothing really memorable about these.
Yeah.
And the MODOK thing just winds me up.
Oh, MODOK, that's ridiculous. That is just MODOK or MODOK.
Yeah, MODOK. So, like here, game that needs a remake. Black. Has anyone played this amazing first-person shooter?
Black's a great game. But one of the first games with destructible environments, if I remember.
It's a black case with a load of bullets on the front. It's black. Really, really good first. And it's on PS2 and Xbox. Add it to the list. Retro Girls, you need that in your life. It's a great game.
Already got it.
Oh, there you go. Look.
Of course they've got it.
Yeah, it's one of the best and hardest. So obviously I've never played it because there's probably not an easy option.
Yeah, black was very good.
So I remember Sackboy back in the day, but I've not played any. He's newer outings. Has anyone played with that little Sackboy, Sony's little mascot?
Do you want to rephrase yourself?
I played the first one.
What an interesting name for a game, Sackboy.
It's Little Big Planet.
No, it's Little Big Planet, wasn't it?
It's the character, yeah.
Oh yeah, I know that. I know that. Yeah.
No, I've not played with my sack for ages.
Retro Girls, are we a fan of Sackboy and his adventures?
I haven't played it.
No, we nearly picked it up today though, but we chose to get Spider-Man instead.
You choose wisely.
There was a story behind when I went to the closed doors launch of just before PS3 come out, and we was in this building, and they were showing off MotorStorm and Little Big Planet, and they weren't working. None of them were working. And this guy said, "What do you think of MotorStorm?" I said, "Looks shit." So we sat down for the meeting. This guy comes out, the director and the producer of MotorStorm, with the guy just speaking to. I said his game was shit, so he weren't too happy. He goes, "You go back to your hotel rooms. There's something on your bed for all of you, because obviously the games ain't working." And we had 3 or 4 PS3s on there, buzzing all the games for free to take back to our stores for like giveaways. I'm missing those.
I bet they weren't given away, were they, Rob?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Of course I was.
So, Geek Out Dave, this is another video game film that it could have been amazing, but I think it was horrendously miscast. Uncharted.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy Uncharted, to be honest. Didn't think. I think it would have worked better if they would have made Mark Wahlberg Nathan Drake.
Sully. I think they should have made Bruce Campbell or Sully.
Bruce Campbell would have been good, yeah. That's actually a good shout, yeah. It's just I couldn't take Tom Holland seriously as no, I couldn't.
No.
Is it because in your head you're just thinking Spider-Man?
Yeah.
I almost said Superman then. I don't
think it'd be a good Superman.
So have we all seen Uncharted or played the games?
I've seen the film, I haven't played the games.
Games are good.
Lyndon?
Because it's a PlayStation exclusive, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had an Xbox console at the time, so never played it. Seen footage of it. Heard that it's quite popular. Haven't seen the film.
Okay. And Retro Girls, have you played and seen?
I've only played one of the games because back in the day when the PS3 came out, when it first came out, Uncharted was with it. So that was the only game I had on the PS3 at the time. So I played it and I got stuck on the first mission and I've never played it since.
Okay. I think it's one of the most remade games, isn't it, on PlayStation now? It's been out on every console. Like Resident Evil 4, it's been out on every console known to man. I think Uncharted must be close to having many updates and additions, I think.
Yeah, they're worth playing now. They are worth playing. You can get the collection now, so they're worth picking up.
Okay, so we've got a Geek Out with Dave here. I'm enjoying The Last of Us. Just wish they would get someone who looked more like Ellie from the game.
Now, that's one thing I will say about the Resident Evil series on Netflix was the adult version of the kid with the black hair that gets bitten. Spoiler. She looks nothing like the kid. She looked nothing. But the whole redeeming quality of the whole thing was the multiple black Weskers. So it was okay.
Netflix ruined Wesker's character. Here we go, straight in there. Bang. Turned him into a bitch.
No.
Yep.
He was wicked. He was so cool.
So we've got the pre-MCU movies were great in terms of their tone. They were dark and mature and could still appeal to kids. Yeah. Original X-Men films, I don't mind X-Men 3, but all were like dark enough for the adults to appreciate and have the funny moments for the kids.
They had humour, but they were still dark enough. X-Men 2 is a great film, but I'm worried what they're going to do if they bring them in next. To be honest.
Well, isn't Deadpool's rated R, isn't it? They reckon Deadpool 3.
It's got to be, isn't it? Deadpool films can't be. They've got to be rated R.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard that's why they're having trouble with Blade, because it was originally going to be a PG.
Black. That's it. Yeah, black.
No, but they did do. Wasn't Trinity a 12? The third Blade film.
I can check for you if you want. I'm not too sure. Been a while since I watched it.
Check. Someone must have it somewhere. Right, so I think I've already answered that about James. Is everyone excited about where James Gunn potentially taking DC? We go from the Retro Girls. Are we excited or not? Just seeing what happens.
See what happens for me.
Cool. And Lyndon and Sean, how are we with? You know, obviously Sean's taken over. Not Sean. Sean's taken over. Fucking hell. James Gunn has taken over the DC future at the moment.
I mean, I'll give it a chance. I'm a big fan of just giving it a shot. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll go and watch it. Yeah, like hopefully they take it in a cool direction. I hope so.
Okay. And we've got Martin mentioned about the Aya cut of Suicide Squad. That obviously the first Suicide Squad film come out didn't really do that well. What's that, Lee?
Air cut, not Aya cut. You know.
I said Aya, didn't I? Yeah, it's supposed to be a darker version of the first Suicide Squad film. There's a campaign to bring it back, almost like the Snyder Cut. Another one for Lyndon regarding Wesker. Yeah,
he gets pushed around by children in the Netflix show.
He gets tied to a chair, doesn't he?
He literally kills people who saved him or made him, because that's his arc, not some simpy yes ma'am, no ma'am, PU $$ why. It doesn't matter, right? Because he's Wesker and he's Black Wesker. So that instant, it just whatever he does, and he was that good, right? He was that good that they even wrote him in 4 times. I think there's 4 of him in there. You've got the normal one, you've got the 2 clones, and then you've got the baddie one, right? So that's how good he was. He's in it 4 times. I mean,
he's in it 4 times because he was the only competent actor in the show.
He's a good actor. He's a good actor.
It was a good actor. Yeah, he was a good actor. But
unfortunately, Rob, an unrated third one.
Not in the UK, it wasn't though. I'm sure it's a 15. It's not the same as the other 2. You've got American ones, haven't you?
No.
What's that, Sean?
I think Blade 2 was a 15, wasn't it?
Okay. Right, so we've got Geek Out with James here. So yeah, that's right. He does like to use unknown characters. When I see the characters that were in the second Suicide Squad film, I didn't know who they were, like Javelin. Although they spoilers weren't in it long.
James Gunn he's really good at doing ensembles. I'm really worried about him doing a Superman film. I don't know if it'll work.
It depends if they're going to take it as young Superman. We don't need to see another backstory like Batman. We don't want to see another.
Oh, I like James Gunn. I think he's done some really good stuff, but he's got that sense of humour, isn't he, in his films? And I don't know if that'll work in a Superman film or not.
Okay. Potentially. So we're gonna stream till for another 10 minutes. We're gonna keep it like just over an hour and a half. Just so people don't get bored and my light don't go off in my car.
Yeah, and you get stuck again. You can't get home.
So do we want to hear more about Resident Evil TV show?
No, we don't.
I don't care what he is written wrong. Also in the game,
I don't care what colour his laugh. I don't know. It's written wrong. Also, the game, the clones are different gender and different names. Hair colour, eye colour, the lot.
They have different eye colours. I don't remember that. I thought it was just the same bloke and they shot him in different scenes. But
they shoot him. Did he die? Don't spoil it.
Look.
There's one cool bit in that show, and that's the crocodile. I don't know how they put him on the bottom of that boat. I don't know how that happened, but that reminded me of Resi 2. Did they place him underneath it?
I enjoyed the crocodile bit. It was good.
Yeah, I respect your opinion. I rate it. I rate Black Wesker.
Sort of matters, isn't it? They might put him in the game as DLC.
But I like your name though, the Lycan, because that's from Underworld, isn't it? Underworld. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Underworld.
I know you disagree with me. That's fine.
Potentially a series, Underworld. Why didn't we get an Underworld game, or did we? Was there a PS2 one?
No, there wasn't. Was there? I don't think there was an Underworld game.
Yeah, because we've got it.
Oh,
well, there was what based on the first. I don't want you to remove it off your shelf because probably if it's in alphabetical order, it'd be at the bottom, wouldn't it?
Does it come with a full-length poster of Kate Beckinsale in leather? Any chance?
Don't think so.
If it does, I'll buy it.
Do you remember a game called Primal? Not Primal Rage.
Primal. I remember Primal. Yeah.
Then that was kind of like Underworld, and you had a little demon creature thing with you. That was cool. So that didn't really add a sequel.
It looked like a little Hellboy from the beginning of Hellboy, didn't it? Little like creature. I remember
it looks a little bit like Millership, didn't it?
It weren't that scary.
Right, so we got Luke, movies and TV here. Do you know the DCU are thinking about getting rid of Ezra Miller? We heard that ages ago, but they should have put the Flash guy in. But I think this is going to reboot the series now, isn't it? DC, the Flash.
Yes, for the new next lot of films, isn't it? By the looks of it.
I think they'd already finished shooting, didn't they, when all that stuff come about?
Thing is that they've changed it probably about 10 times. The outcome of that film.
What I'm worried about is in the Flash in the trailer for the Flash film. There's 2 Ezra Millers. So does that mean he can take double the amount of people hostage?
And how many times have they changed that film?
We need a remake of, right? Is the Green Lantern?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Not like a different script. Just the Ryan Reynolds film, exactly as it is, just remade.
They're doing a TV show, aren't they?
Really?
Yeah, it's got a Black Wesker in it.
Oh, I'm there.
They are. I think James Gunn did announce there is going to be.
Yeah, there is.
Lantern Corps is coming out.
Yeah, it's supposed to have the bloke who plays John Diggle in the Arrow. It's supposed to be the Lantern in it.
Cool. Certified 15 Blade. Does everyone like that film? That was when Ryan Reynolds was getting popular, wasn't it? After the Pizza Shop TV show he did.
He played. What was his name? Hannibal. What was his name?
Kane, was it?
Hannibal Kane. It is Hannibal Kane, isn't it?
I'm sure it might be.
Yeah, so it's Hannibal Kane. Yeah,
he is in Blade. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
and he's pretty much playing Deadpool, isn't he?
Look, with his little beard. You see him?
Little beard.
But hasn't it got what's his name in it from Walking Dead? Daryl. Isn't Daryl in Blade films?
I don't think he is, no.
No, I don't think he is either.
Isn't he in Blade Trinity? He's like Whistler's mate.
He is. He's the guy that betrays him. Spoiler alert. In Blade Trinity, yeah, you're right. He is. Yeah, he is in it.
Without his beard, though, isn't it?
He looks a lot fatter. Put it that way.
Oh, here we go.
Bit like Rob.
I'm sure this was. I think it was in the sold out range, Underworld. Because remember they did a Bad Boys game and a Reservoir Dogs game and a Beverly Hills Cop game on PS2, but they were like really low budget. So I know you've got Underworld. I'm sure I remember it coming out, but I don't think it done well.
I never remember there being a game of that. I would definitely have bought it.
Did you play the Blade game, PS1?
Yes.
That's bad.
Yeah,
right. Anyone remember Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver?
One of my favourite games of all time.
2 sequels, right?
Soul Reaver is awesome. That definitely needs to be remade. Soul Reaver.
Everyone experienced that? Did anyone remember that?
No, I've played it.
No.
It was Soul Reaver on its own after Legacy of Kain was the main guy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember. And then Soul Reaver's the other guy.
Still based on vampires and stuff like that. But Soul Reaver, it was like revolutionary for its time. How that was made on the hardware it was made on was incredible. But yeah, that's a really good game. If you haven't got that, Retro Girls, you need to get it. It's really good.
Never.
It's quite hard. I think PS2 was Soul Reaver 2, and then the rest on PS1. The Legacy of Kain on PS1, stupid money on eBay. I think it was almost like a top down, where the others are third person.
Yeah.
So we've got some comments regarding Daryl here. Just put them up because then I'm right before I put up. Kate Beckinsale's latest film, Joel. Has anybody seen it?
Joel? Not seen it. I didn't even know she had a new film out.
Going back to the Underworld, how do we feel about like Rise? I think Rise of the Lycans is one of the best ones, the third one.
I like all the Underworld films, but
yeah, they were cool. I liked them. Yeah.
I do like them. I think they're really good. Nothing to do with Kate Beckinsale in Leather, of course.
But didn't they?
Great films.
What, the half Lycan, half vampire blue guy? Does he just disappear from the series near the end? I remember being.
No, because he comes back, doesn't he? Talk about
him not appearing. I just remember a blue guy.
Yeah, I'll have to go. I'll have to rewatch them all because I haven't watched them in years.
And the white albino werewolf, the big one. Is there 5 films?
5, yeah. I'm after the 4K set, but it's like 170 quid or something on eBay. So
is that a bit of fishing, Ellie?
No, I'm not. I'm not fishing. I'm not fishing. I do not fish.
Fisherman friends.
Unlike you, Rob. Dragon Ball Z.
Have you posted yet?
Well, no, not yet.
So what we're looking at. So before we go, let's go through a few more questions. So with the retro girls, I want to know about your gaming pickups. Like, how do you build your collection? Is there anything that catches your eye? Do you have a list of stuff you want, or stuff you're looking for, or just pick up stuff you're missing?
We have a list on our phone of certain games that we're after. If not, if we're out and we see it cheap, we pick it up.
Well, what we normally do is that, say if we're going out for the day to a certain CX, we go on the app to look at that store, and we write a list on our phone of everything we want from that store, so we don't miss anything. That's what we normally do every time we go out.
Have you got any big hitters you've not managed to trade? Did you go on the CX app to see where the stores have got them?
Yeah. We're after the Terminator and the Smurf game on the PS5.
And for PS1, I think you're after Tombi 2.
Yeah, because I've got the first one, I just need the second one.
Tom is expensive. And Terminator, to be honest, it didn't do well. It's better. I've got the Xbox version. I think Lee's finished the Terminator Resistance, isn't it? Is it Resistance?
Yeah.
It's really good, isn't it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
You've got DLC on the store on the PlayStation where you can be the actual Terminators. That was an exclusive, which sucked because I've only got the Xbox. It doesn't work on PS. They will work on PS4, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Lee sent me a PS4. Nice guy.
I've sent you 2 PS4s. Don't forget. Git.
Right. I still don't understand how. Oh, she made the Paul Capex. Yeah.
True.
Money. It's all about the money.
He was who? Paul? What was that? Kate Beckinsale? What?
Michael Sheen.
Oh, right, yeah. She's married to Len Winston, isn't she now? The guy that directs the Underworld films.
Is she?
Yeah, she's married to him.
Right. Before we go, anyone else other than me pre-ordered or buying WWE 2K23?
No, you're the only one, Rob.
Yeah, I'm getting that.
I pre-ordered it the other day.
if you get the digital, you get it 3 days on. I've gone back from I think 2K15 up to. It's taken me like a week to install them because the Xbox is so shit. Because there's obviously certain characters that you can only get in the certain games. Yeah. But the annoying thing is, I've bought all DLC every year they've come out, and pre-18 they've removed all the DLC from the store, and you can't re-download it even though you've already bought it.
That sounds good.
Let's take the piss because there's characters that you want back in the day that you can't use now. But yeah, I'm all about that. So Lee, what's your next on your list of either movies? We'll kind of tie it up now to the end. Anything you've got on pre-order that you want to?
Oh, please
tell people about. I know you've got a few games.
Resi 4, Atomic Heart. I'm quite looking forward to that.
Okay.
That looks quite good.
Harry Potter.
What?
Hogwarts.
Yeah, Hogwarts. I want to get Hogwarts. I've watched people playing it. It looks really good. I'm going to get it. I know you don't like it, Rob.
I'll end up getting it. You know, I'll end up finishing it first and tell you.
I know you will. So yeah, that's film wise.
If you're sure, better be Gryffindor.
If you're sure,
what's
happening there? If you're a Harry Potter fan, you know that line. Come on.
One of the schools,
sure, one of the Gryffindor.
But one of the famous schools is supposed to be rubbish to play in the new game, though.
Well, they've got different missions, haven't they, for the different schools that you're in, the different classes you're in. So, yeah, I don't know. But I will get it. I'm definitely going to get it. Don't talk about film pre-orders. Move on. Too many on pre-order.
Too many.
Just ridiculous.
Let's go to Retro Girl. So, what have you got on order? Movies or games? Obviously, you know we've got WWE coming.
Yeah, we're getting Matilda the musical as well on Blu-ray.
The reboot is that?
Yeah, we watched that about 3 times in the cinema.
Okay, so you probably could have, with the price of cinema now, you probably could have bought it 5 times.
Yeah, you probably could have.
Because what's the cinema? I think View down south now. I think View's like a £5. You get your drink, which is probably £19. Your popcorn's like 25. That's your 4K there. So Lyndon is a musician. He's a DJ. Tell a little bit about yourself before we go, Lyndon. What are you up to? Not really collecting at the moment, are you?
Well,
can you tell?
I collect a lot of records. And yeah, I make music, DJ, I'm a producer, produce dance music, got some stuff that's being released soon on a music label, which I'm happy about.
Cool.
But yeah, like I just love music, but I love films as well, and I love music in films. One of the things last year that I was really happy to pick up was I nabbed. So you know Scarface, the film Scarface. There's the famous track in that in the film, the "Push It to the Limit" track, and I love that. When they show the montage in the film, I love that track.
Yeah,
and there was actually an extended version that was made, but there was a lawsuit about the music at the time, and this extended version was pressed to vinyl, but then they stopped making it because of this lawsuit. So there are only fair few, like there's only so many of them around, and I managed to nab one online, and it's pretty cool because it has it's like the Push It to the Limit, but it's like extended, and it has like a really cool guitar solo that you don't get in the film. So that's cool. But yeah, like just love music and love DJing, love dance music, but just love everything about music. Cool. I would say I collect records, but I also collect. That's my meager collection of Blu-rays that there. But I've probably got more records than films and games, whereas I used to have more games and more films.
It's all form of media, isn't it? It's all cool.
Yeah, it's all media, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Sean,
I love vinyl, the physical aspect of vinyl, because it's like it's so cool. You get all the artwork, you pick it up. It's everything nowadays is just like tap 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 on your phone. So I really like it. Yeah.
Cool. And Sean, I know you've recently come back from Leeds with a few bags of media. So
basically.
So what have you got on the horizons in your collecting or gaming, or is it just charity shops for you now and see what comes up? Or anything you're looking forward to?
Game wise, I want to get that Gods of War Ragnarok.
Okay.
I haven't got that yet. I think Karis picked it up the other day and she said it was good. Plus that WWE 2K23. That'll be the next one. I've had every single game that's come out with them. So
I think it's just a few weeks now, isn't it? I'm sure it's next month, beginning of next month. Yeah, it doesn't look like. Obviously, there's a massive improvement last year to 2K20 was balls, but this one looks very close to the last one. But I know they've got war games in it now. I know no one of these are interested, but you got 2 rings together, which I think's cool. And that could be taken out of context. 2 rings together. It's a good game. So we're gonna go. I want to say thanks for Lee from our co-hosts, Retro Girls, Michelle and Lisa for joining us. We've got Lyndon down the corner and Sean. You're welcome back anytime. Thanks for the comments. We're going to go back to the lobby for a couple of minutes before we shoot off. But thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you all soon.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.